What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't noticed, there is a bit of an unusual situation developing on chain where we're actually now seeing validators creating up their own rule set for others to abide by, when realistically this is just being enforced. And I really do think it's because it's LUNCDash, because it's come from HCC. So we are in a situation which is very unusual. And if you didn't know, the proposal is up and we have requested that LUNCDash is added to the official CoinMarketCap links, regardless of us needing to go through a different process to actually see them listed. We still need to go through and actually have the community approve it in a decentralized manner. And that's what consensus really on this chain is all about. So what I want to do is take focus of that unusual situation where all nodes initially voted yes. And I put a tweet out to thank them saying, look, we really appreciate your support. We put a lot of work in on this. And, you know, it's all come from the deepest part of our soul. It was free. We're not charging anything. There's nothing to gain from it. And it's not self-centered around myself. Now, going forward, we saw them then, a couple hours later, from 8 a.m. to 10:20 a.m., seeing a no vote coming in. After community feedback, we voted no. Validators shouldn't vote on their own proposals due to conflicts of interest. Links should be added to CMC post-community-wide adoption. So they're more or less introducing a rule that is specific to myself only. And we can actually go and we can see hard evidence of this. This is Vegas's proposal to initially transfer the control of the CMC links to all nodes. And we can see that Vegas's node voted yes to his own proposal, and all nodes didn't make a scene out of it. They didn't go from a yes to a no to an abstain. It's a pretty unusual situation, and we can actually see it again on Vegas's second initiation proposal to have those dashboard links updated, seeing all nodes not even voting on this, but Vegas coming in for a yes vote on his own proposal. If all nodes was to enforce this rule where a validator shouldn't vote on their own proposal, well, why didn't they vote no on two of the proposals that directly benefited them? Why did they not enforce this same rule on Vegas with such a point critical proposal? These are the kind of things that really stand out and really show that I am being treated in a very singular way. What I want to do is take everybody back to the 15th of December 2022, when this chain paid just under 1 billion LUNC to pay Terra rebels to separate Rebel Station from TFL backend infrastructure and assets. That was a significant amount, which allowed them to further develop and deploy what is known as Galaxy Station today. The blockchain doesn't own it. We are not in control of something we paid a significant amount of money for. When we then go forward and we look at the maintenance costs, the first one being just over 300 million Lunar Classic coins in April 2023, and I'm sure there was a couple more payments before this. We can actually see a further payment later of 484 million Lunar Classic coins. And this was during a time when Hexagon, being Terra Rebels, and Vin's development team were draining the community pool. This was when I actually went to all nodes and ironed out a few kinks and showed the community that they didn't need to pay for something that we have absolutely zero control over, and I knew where it was going. That led us into a situation where the community become far less intolerable to Vin's antics, and together, you, I, and other people helped put a stop to Hexagon's running costs and the payments for Station Wallet, and we put an end to Vin's team's shenanigans. And now the blockchain stands in a far greater place with a substantial community pool. So when I look at all of these running costs and we take that initial payment that was handed to Hexagon to build out what is now Galaxy Station, which they solely benefit from, we're talking upwards of around $160,000 at the time. That was a significant hit on this blockchain, again, for something it didn't get. When I go and I look at LUNCDash and we really dissect the situation, I took 2 months, almost 3 months of my life working, breaking my back to earn enough money to launch a company, hire a development team, take what Station is currently and reproduce it in the easiest manner, not only for us, but for you guys. So it would be visually receptive, it wouldn't be confusing, and it would be what you're used to. We charged absolutely nothing. We charge no maintenance costs, no upkeep costs. No one benefits from it, period. It doesn't levy any taxes. It doesn't charge anything. The only thing that I got out of LUNCDash was more responsibility, directorship in a company that is subject to different regulations. I've had to spend money on different licenses here in the UK with the FCA, the equivalent in other countries. The only thing that this app has done for me is caused me more stress, taken me away from my family during Christmas, is taken me away from my family for the first part of 2025. And to see someone like Allnodes being so petty when a lot of people really look up to them, when they're really enforcing one singular rule on myself, but they didn't enforce it on Vegas in a proposal that directly benefited them. If anything, they should have gone in, okay, and they should have voted no, and they should have lectured Vegas in the same way that they lectured me. And again, this puts me now in a position where I just put about $5,000 into my development team to start working on the chain upgrade to go ahead and burn those 8 wallets that hold around 4% of the USTC supply. I'd also just started to commission, okay, the chain upgrade to suggest and propose burning through that 1.83 billion USTC in the same manner that I proposed that Anchor and Mirror protocol assets should burn. And those were 2 proposals. And when they passed, as you know, those funds were destroyed. And that's the kind of things that I bring to play. And it's really, really sad for me to get to the end of this video and say to everybody, there's nothing else I can really do for the L1 at this point. It doesn't want my help. People see me as a threat. And even something as crucial as LUNCDash is probably not going to get added to the CMC links. People aren't going to be able to find, okay, LUNCDash in the same way that they can go and find a development team that scammed this chain out of $160,000 for technology and infrastructure that we don't own, that solely benefited them. And if you go back, I'm not going to rub any more salt in the wound here, but if you do go back and you use the tools that I was using and specifically trying to avoid LUNCDash to not be too conflict of interesty, you know, rules are being enforced. But when you go back and you look at those proposals that funded Hexagon, you'll be shocked to see who supported payments of $160,000 upwards, knowing where it was going to go to. I voted no on all of those proposals. As you know, I was a huge advocate of getting that paycheck removed. And with your support, we managed to do it. But no matter what happens, we're, as a community here, probably not going to see LUNCDash go any further than it's gone, because again, the chain simply isn't interested in free technology. When we look at the time when TFL had put the tweet out saying that Station was going to be sold, and if it wasn't sold, it would be shut down. It was sold, 4chain purchased it, and it was purchased for quite a lot of money. Again, I saw the situation in hand, I saw the issue, and I went away and I solved it. I stopped going around in circles, and I just spent the time, money, energy, and resources to do it for the layer 1. I don't benefit in any way. In fact, it takes time away from my L2 project that I'm working on. And then the other sad part of this was Project Remedy, the fact that I won't be launching it on the layer 1 anymore. Instead, we'll take a step back. We'll stop just building for the L1. We'll stop building for the benefit of the overall ecosystem because people simply don't want to see that. That's just the sad reality of things. And this proposal has truly proven Allnodes' true colors at this point. And you can see, like I said, it's a very singular treatment on myself, but we're not seeing it on Vegas, on his own proposals that solely and directly benefited Allnodes getting ownership over the CMC links. It's an unusual situation at the beginning, but when you dissect it down, it's easily understood. And all of the different people that are out there, like, he earns money from it. He's levying a tax on it. He's doing all of these different things, are so uneducated. It's funny. It's so funny. It's not even worth responding to these people because they simply hate the very essence of what we are. They believe we should probably charge the community and be scammers and be the scumbag that they make me out to be, but I'm simply not going to do that. And although Project Remedy is going to be launched in an L2 capacity, it's still only going to be utilizing LUNC as the asset it deals with, and that will be the only asset it deals with, period. This would be very beneficial for the chain in so many different ways. Not a lot changes. It's just really us taking a step back from the blockchain, not going in. You won't see me chase down Mirror and Anchor Protocol assets and, dive through court documents and do all of the work that's simply not done. Instead, you're probably going to end up with a situation where you've just got a lot of people who continue to talk for the best part of 2 years and hold an X space. That's not going to solve anything. People are not going to develop anything. And when someone does, this is the treatment that you're going to get. But yeah, guys, going in flight, it's going to be about a 24 to maybe 32-hour outage. After that, crypto on the beach. So stay tuned, stay informed, and just stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.